This is Matt for Into Boxing. I'm delighted to be joined by heavyweight prospect Johnny Fisher. Johnny, one of the best heavyweight fights I have seen live. Talk to me, give me your initial reaction to what was an absolute war.
Just privileged to be there watching it ringside. I think it was the end of round 4 when they was both going hell for leather when the Chisora was about to fall off, and he just came back and had a huge burst. And it's just exciting. That's why we want to watch heavyweight boxing, because anything can happen at any point, and when they can have a slugfest like that, it's what people want to watch.
Are you surprised? Are you surprised that Joe didn't manage to get the knockout? Because it looked like Chisora's eyes rolled back in his head at one point.
Well, sometimes I think when he had him down and then he could go back into him, he should have just unloaded a bit more. Maybe waited a little bit too long, but he got the win and he'll be happy.
This was a much more aggressive and forward-thinking Joseph Parker in comparison with the last fight. He came in 10 pounds heavier. Did he look more like what we expect from a Joseph Parker, former world champion, in this fight? How would he do now fighting like that against the likes of Joshua, if you think in hindsight?
I think looking at how he started from the very first round and took the centre of the ring, that was a very important move because he showed his dominance straight away. But I just think against the Joyce, even like Joyce, I think inverse Joyce would be a good fight. I think Joyce will be a little bit too much, I think, because he'll be able to take his punches, he'll be able to take the power and come back a little bit more than what Chisora could. But I think that's a great fight. Joyce Parker. I like Parker. He's a great guy. But I think my man Joyce will just edge it.
What do you make of Derek Chisora now? Obviously, he's at a double-figure loss on his career, but he's still valued for money, as we just proved. What do you think he should do from here now, going forward? What do you think?
It's still a tough test for anyone coming through any world, like people trying to get to world level. He's sort of got that role now, hasn't he? He's got a test for anyone trying to get onto that world team. And he's excited, as you said. People want to watch him, so I don't think it matters if he keeps losing. If he's still got the hunger and he's got the health to keep going, why not?
A couple of heavyweight fights coming up. We've got Alexander Usyk in the rematch with Anthony Joshua. I think that's going to get made. Do you see anything different in this match?
Usyk Joshua.
Usyk Joshua. Do you see anything different in the rematch?
It depends how Joshua, what game plan he brings. I think if Joshua comes and tries to bring it to Usyk a little bit more, that could play into Usyk's hands. If anything, a few more openings for Usyk to exploit. But whatever he does, he can't afford to do what he done last time. Trying out boxer, it's not going to work.
Absolutely. And one final thought: Dillian Whyte potentially is going to get his chance at Tyson Fury. Talk to me about that fight. What do you think? What can Dillian do in that fight? Obviously, he's not going to be the favourite going in. What can he do in that fight? What do you think happens?
I think it's a great fight for British boxing, for British fans. If it's over here in the UK, that'd be fantastic. Dillian Whyte, we all know he's got a left hook that can knock anyone out, so that's what he's got to try and land on Tyson Fury. He's got the heart, he's got the cojones to give it to Tyson Fury. So, listen, the best Tyson Fury I think beats anyone on his day. I think he's the top dog, but if there's anyone who's got the tenacity to beat him and the willpower, Dillian Whyte will be able to give him a good test.
And finally, just before we go, talk to me about yourself. When can we see the Run for Bull back out? I know Eddie Hearn talking about doing a world tour with you. Are we going to take you on the road? What are we doing?
Next fight we're going on the road, and it's going to be exciting. We'll know in a few days, but it's going to be exciting. So the Run for Bull Army,
Johnny,
get your suitcases packed.
Bosh.
Bosh.
Johnny Fisher, thanks for talking to Into Boxing. Appreciate your time.